This is Martin. I gotta get all these numbers right. It's a D-18 1937 authentic. So this is the one with the big neck, and this one is a 2005 1937 authentic. So that means it's the first year made. It's one of the very few of the first year. Got a big neck, 1 3/4 inch neck, real round on the back. It's almost baseball bat-like-ish. It takes a little bit to get used to, but once you get used to it, it's not bad. It's a pretty comfortable neck. It certainly is stout. A lot of room to move around on. And, what is it, 2 5/16 inch spacing, that sort of thing. This is a pretty good guitar. This guitar has a really good percussive sound to it. That's partially due to the scalloping, the forward X scalloping, the way the guitar is built. If you move, and I can do a comparison between this guitar and the 1939 D-18 authentic, you will really hear the difference in the woof that they each have. Consequently, this 37 tends to be a little bit bass heavy. That's what it's supposed to do. It's not a particularly balanced guitar. It is a bass heavy rhythm machine. This guitar is a Martin D-18 1939 authentic. And as a 1939 authentic, it has a 1 11/16 inch neck, kind of a round profile in the back. It's got 2 1/8 of an inch bridge spacing. The X bracing is rear shifted for it's up here. It's quite a ways in here. It's about right here, as opposed to the 37, which is about right here. So consequently, the bridge is more well supported, and this guitar, any rear shifted bracing like that, you have to think about whether it's rear or forward. Rear shifted X bracing like that is going to have more support over the bridge, and it's going to have less belly because of that, because it's not going to cave in right here as much. It's also not going to have the same kind of open, big booming sound. It's going to have a tighter, focused, more punchy sound. I think you can really hear that on the rhythm, for instance. This guitar doesn't have the woof and the boom that the 37 does, but it's more balanced, maybe. It's punchy. It seems to me, as a player, it's more balanced in the mid-range, a little bit louder in the mid-range, maybe. So a more even sound, if you will. That's why I have this guitar, because it's a good example of a rear shifted X brace here. So, but anyway, this is the 39. Holding it in your hands is a lighter guitar than the 37. That's probably due to the width of the neck. The mass that's in the neck is less. This is a lighter guitar. It's probably about 100, 200 grams lighter than the 37 is. And here it is. The bridge spacing, I prefer a wider neck, so it's always a little bit of an adaptation to come to this guitar. And I always sit here and think, ooh, that's a skinny neck. But after I play it for a little bit, I kind of like it. And there are things that the skinny neck is better for. String chords. It's just right there, so it's less work to do. It's a little harder to get clean stuff on the cross picking like this. You got to really get your fingers down there straight. There's no margin for error on this thing. And on the right hand, there tends to be more of a tighter focus picking. With a wider bridge spacing, I can kind of get a little bit more of a swing going right here with my right hand. So that's why it's more relaxing playing a bigger spacing, because I can loosen up a little bit more. But that's what every guitar has its pros and cons. And so this is a 39 D-18 authentic.